So this is the brand new Blackview Mega12. It's big, affordable, and on paper, the specs actually look pretty good. So in this video, let's unbox it and see what you get. Okay, so this is the Blackview Mega12, and I've got it with 12 gigs of RAM, 256 gigs of storage, but you of course can change that storage with some of the RAM. And then you also get some accessories with this, apparently, which looks like a pen, keyboard case, a mouse, screen protector, and some headphones by the looks of it. And then just turning it over, a bit more information there, but I'll go through that in a second. So let's just, oh, the box is so big, I'm knocking the tripod. So they sent me this over. I asked for the orange, or gold I think they call it. So with a bit of luck, that's what they've sent me. So on top, you get your screen protector. Then you get the tablet. Oh no, sorry, that's the keyboard case. So we'll set that aside for a second. Then you get the tablet, which I'm failing miserably at getting out the box properly. Set that aside a minute, and then here are some of your accessories. So you get a 55-watt charger, just a 2-pin for this one, a pen, headphones, SIM ejector tool, USB, what's that? USB-C to C, which is nice, and then a mouse as well, which is nice as well. So yeah, it's not bad. It's a cheapish sort of feeling mouse. It's not going to have the best clicking with it when it comes to it, but it's nice that it's included in the box. And here we have the Blackview Mega12. So 12.2 inch, 120 hertz display, 1600 by 2400, 10,000 milliamp hour battery, 13 megapixel front camera, and a 50 megapixel rear, which is nice. 256 gigs of storage, and there is also micro SD card expansion as well. So, oh, there is an actual pre-applied screen protector on there as well. Let's just power her on and then flip her over. There we go. That is quite nice looking. So there's your cameras on the back, 50 megapixel main, and then just some sort of depth sensory type thing, I would imagine. Nice Blackview logo there. It's a nice metal frame. Actually feels really nice. So 12.2 inch, it's just an IPS LCD. Not the end of the world, to be perfectly honest with you. So I'll just pop my Wi-Fi information and my Google information in. Okay, so I've just popped in my Wi-Fi and Google information, and it's now prompting me to set a pin. Now, I would normally skip this, just so it's just easier with the setup process, but on this occasion, I'm going to pop one in, and there is a reason why, because this tablet actually comes with a built-in fingerprint scanner into that power button, so I'm going to set that up as well, which is up here. So I'm just going to set that up. You get a little bit of haptic feedback each time you pop your finger on there. I am going to turn the haptics off because this vibration motor is a typical cheap sounding and feeling vibration motor. So one thing to bear in mind with this, that is certainly something that I'm going to be turning off pretty swiftly. So just move your finger around, and then hopefully we won't add another one just yet. And then we'll just go through the other bits and bobs. Won't back up just yet. Let's just click no thanks on that for the moment. I generally go through this a lot quicker than most people because I have to do it so often. And then you can change a few bits and bobs. Now I will skip that, but you do tend to get a reminder thing. So you can select your gesture navigation or your buttons. I'm going to stick with the gestures. Click next. And then here is the Blackview Mega12 out of the box. And to be honest, that screen does look quite nice. That seems to be quite bright on the camera, so I will turn that down just a smidge just so it doesn't look too bright. There we go. Hopefully that's a bit better. So yeah, 12.2-inch display. It's an IPS LCD with 120 Hz refresh rate, pixel density of around 230 pixels per inch. So it's not the sharpest, but yeah, overall it's a pretty nice looking screen. It's nice and smooth with that 120 Hz. We'll jump into settings, and then it's already on about tablet. So 256, Mega 12, MediaTek Dimensity 7200. So you should get some nice performance. 12 gigs of RAM, which if you go on here, you can expand it to a maximum of 42 gigabytes, which is just bonkers, but I won't be doing that. 12 gigs is plenty. 50 megapixel camera, yada, yada, yada. 10,000 milliamp hour battery. 55 watt charging support, which is really nice on a sort of budget-ish tablet. And then you've got the usual bits, which I'm not going to go into everything. I will go into customization, and then you can go into various wallpaper bits, dynamic effects, unlock to home screen animation. Okay, so you can change that about if you really want to. I'm not going to do that yet. And then you've got lock screen magazine. I'm hoping that's turned off. No, I am going to turn that off because that drives me nuts. Ambient light, which I think is another name for maybe the night light type thing, where it turns the screen slightly more orange to be easier on the eyes, quite possibly. Color style, you can change all that, yada, yada, yada. Display and brightness. Oh no, there's your night light mode. Don't know what that is then. I guess I'll find out one day. What's this? What have I just clicked on? Oh, display and font size, sorry. Yeah, so you can tweak all of that if you really want to. Sound and vibration. So I am going to charging sounds and vibration. What am I doing? Where? Ah, there we go. Vibration and haptics, touch feedback. I'll be turning that straight off. Oops, didn't mean to do that. And then you've just got your usual other bits and bobs as well. And then if we go into system updates, Doke Pad OS 5.0, which is on Android 16. Check for updates, November security patch. So it's not the most up to date. Whether you're going to get any updates, I'll be honest, I'm not sure, but I do have a contact with Blackview, so maybe I can try and find that out. And then I will just quickly download Need for Speed No Limits, and then I'll do just a very quick bit of gameplay. Actually, to be honest, whilst that's still installing, I'm going to show you the bezel size difference between this Mega 12 and, bear with me while it's still plugged in, it's completely dead basically, on a Magic Pad 4, and look at the difference in size with those bezels. It's absolutely, oh come on, there we go, absolutely crazy. I mean, all right, yes, the Magic Pad 4 is considerably more expensive. It's about 500 quid. They've got a deal on at the moment, and I think this is like 220, 230, something like that. But yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, Magic Pad 4 content on my channel if you want to check that out as well. Let's have a look at Need for Speed. Okay, so here's just a little bit of Need for Speed, and I'm going to go through some of the other features you get on this tablet. So you get stereo speakers. You've got 2 speakers on each end. Like I said, there's 12 gigs of RAM, 256 gigs of storage, but there is a model with 16 gigs of RAM and 512 gigs. There's no 3.5mm headphone jack for those of you that like the older wired headphones. For those that care, there's an FM radio. It uses Bluetooth 5.3. So it's not one of the newer Bluetooth versions, but to be honest, I think that's absolutely fine. Something that I completely forgot to mention in this video, which I apologize about, is that this tablet is also full IP68 and IP69 water and dust resistant. So full submersion, high pressure water jets, full dust protection as well on this tablet, which you usually only find on like these rugged tablets that are big, bulky and heavy, so it is really nice to have it on just a regular tablet. And it also uses Wi-Fi 6E, so not the newest, but can't really expect it at this sort of pricing. Seems to be handling Asphalt 9 pretty well, to be honest. Although my gameplay is absolutely horrendous. But yeah, the 7200 for MediaTek seems to be doing a pretty decent job. Yeah, not bad at all. And then, like I said, on the back you've got a 50 megapixel main camera and more likely a depth sensor or a macro camera of some description, and you have got an LED flash. This finish is so nice. So let's just test that fingerprint scanner. You get a bit of haptic feedback. I mean, it is pretty slow, but again, I'm not really that fussed. I will probably turn that off once I've done this video anyway, so I won't use it. Now, 50 megapixel main camera. Let's try and get a picture of something. Xiaomi Redmi Note 15 Pro. Let's give that a go. Bearing in mind the lighting in here isn't particularly great. Yeah, so you can see that it's pretty soft in terms of its reproduction. Follow me on my Instagram and TikTok because I will be posting some more photos and video from this. And speaking of video, where is it? There. So it's set at 1080p. You can do 1080p 60 FPS, and you can also shoot 2K video if you want to. And there is a 2x crop onto that 50 megapixel sensor, and also a 4x if you really wanted to do that as well, but personally wouldn't recommend it. There is a 50 megapixel mode, a beauty mode, there is a night mode, and then if you go into more, a couple of bits there, portrait mode and a pro mode. And then let's test out that selfie camera for a second. There we go. I mean, to be fair, aside from my ugly mug, it's not horrendous. Can I turn the brightness up just a smidge without ruining it for you guys to see? But yeah, to be honest, it's not terrible. I have seen much worse selfie cameras from tablets. So overall, this is a really nice looking tablet. Oh yeah, let me grab the keyboard. Those pins reminded me. There we go. So it sits there like that. Maybe. There we go, and sort of magnetized on the back there. Am I being thick? Give me a minute. Okay, so I've got the keyboard set up. You just flip the back bits round to make the stand, and it's connected instantly. So let's do a little bit of text. Hi, my name is Ash. Subscribe to my channel. Smiley face. Sounds good. So yeah, I mean, the keyboard actually feels really nice. Trackpad works. Let's get rid of that and let's grab the pen. Okay, so the pen is on. Let's see if I can do something. There we go. So, okay, I mean, you can see as you're drawing, it's not, the latency isn't quite obviously up to what you'll find on more expensive things. So like, you know, obviously Samsung Galaxy S tablets and all that bits, but yeah, it's not too bad. Let's rub that out. This is quite fun. So yeah, definitely subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying this video so far, because this is kind of fun doing this sort of stuff. So let's write, okay, that's, all right. This is obviously showing its, you know, budget segment. thing, whatever, you know, it's not registering every single touch. So, but it come in the box, it's free, I didn't pay for it. So would I use it that often? Probably not anyway. I'm not really that bothered by it, but you can see, you know, the keyboard works, and the keyboard is actually really nice and it feels really nice. The buttons are nice and clicky. So yeah, can't really complain about that. So in a nutshell, that's the Blackview Mega 12. Overall, design wise, I really like it. I love this sort of faux leather feeling on the back. Seems nice and well built. It's got a fingerprint scanner, although it's pretty slow. I'll test out the camera a little bit more. I'll post some bits on my Instagram, so definitely follow me on there. The pen, yeah, I mean, it's not great. I mean, the latency is pretty slow, but that keyboard is quite nice. It feels nice when you're tip tapping away and it connects instantly. So let me know in the comments what you think of this tablet. Would you pick one up? I think price wise it's about $230, something like that. So it's not bad. Yeah, let me know in the comments. Subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you in the next one.